Alright, welcome back. This is Plato, and we're doing another episode of Contradictions. I think this will be the last episode. You never know. In fact, I can take a look right now. 93% done. I think we're good here. Really stupid, but let's just take a look behind the pub. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah. Okay, fine. And of course, I mean, we're here anyway. Let's go inside. I doubt it, but maybe there's someone inside here, right? Empty. This entire game. It's a good scene. I think someone's really proud of this, and they didn't want to waste it, so they just kept it in. All right. So, what clues do we have here? I can ask about this. Okay, yeah, ask Ryan's wife or fiance or whatever. Fiance, I think. About this $500 check or £500 check. The prime candidate, she's not going to know anything about that. Okay. Alright. It's probably not worth it. So I'll leave now. I'm not gonna bother with her. She's not giving straight answers anyway, right? So let's take a look. Nothing here. Move on. The farm. Would James know anything about any of? No, he wouldn't. Moving up. I could ask Paul about it, but before I do that, let's head here. That continues to scare the crap out of me. It's like one of those pictures that I swear someone's gonna say, "Did you see the person staring at you in the window?" Like, which window? You know? No. Nothing here. Okay, this is another dead end. Maybe something does happen here eventually. Okay.
Ask about a few more things, please.
I normally would ask Simon first, but due to how this is, like, Simon would have all the juicy information. So to avoid going to Simon twice, just in case Emma has something on this, just gonna ask. And she doesn't. It's just this.
Do you know whether Kate was in the running to be prime candidate or not?
She was.
I don't, but I do think she would have been chosen just because she was, Kate.
You didn't discuss it with Kate?
No. No, she never talked about this.
That is interesting.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Okay, so you had this dead person. Obviously, we never met them in the game, right? But you see the two shining examples of Atlas's teachings in Kyle and Tom. Tom was the one that was in the last episode impaling his hand into a tree. Testing pain threshold is normally when you're trying to, like, do something endurance or withstand, like, a hunger, not strike, but fasting, for instance. That's one. Things your body can normally do, and you're trying to push your limits. The whole pain situation, your body has to recover afterward. That recovery ain't free. And, I mean, the more you do it, it's not like you get better at it. You're just patching yourself up a little less efficiently, I guess you could say. I'm not medical. I can't tell you, honestly. I'm more of a psych person. But, psych nurse. But I will say that There's no reason for that. A business course is not the reason for that. And if there is one like that, let me know. But not no.
How do you think you'd have reacted if you'd found out that Kate had been chosen to be prime candidate?
Is that... Was she?
I'm just asking how you think you'd react.
I don't know. I wouldn't react in any way, really. I'm not bothered. I don't think she was, though.
What makes you think that?
But it's just an impression I got. You know, she's a bit flaky, to be honest. She's just not really prime candidate material.
I feel like the game's gonna ask me to pick a culprit. And I'm kind of leaning toward between Kyle and Tom. I mean, Ryan is put the ingredients together for a very diabolical sandwich of doom, right? You cultivated this person who has become more and more dependent upon alcohol, and guilt is not an issue for her because of your teachings. So, and then you gave him a private space to abuse prescription medications, and I can't see what was in her system. I cannot examine the evidence as much as I would like to examine the evidence.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Okay. Alright, so before I finish that line of thoughts, let's just take a stroll in the woods, see what comes up. It's midnight after all. I'm just simply checking everywhere, just in case something changed. No. The room served its purpose. This shouldn't be opened again, you know, just have it locked midway through the game after you're done with this forever. It was used twice. I'm glad I have the ability. Oh. Okay. I was able to just outright leave. Is there anything I can ask Rebecca about? The check. Yeah, let's just do that. I wasn't gonna do it at the beginning, but like, what else is there right now?
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Why not? Why? This is exactly who you want to talk. Okay.
Did you know Kate Vine was a prime candidate?
No.
Haha, great. Yeah, waste my time. Okay, well, what's...
Do you know
Actually-
what a prime candidate is?
Yeah.
At Atlas, it's the best student.
And what does that mean?
It means they get a guaranteed job with a very good salary. Well, that's the idea anyway.
But
Mostly they aren't up to it.
what happens then?
They get sacked.
Okay. If you get fired from your job in another country, what happens? And again, don't feel guilty, don't feel anything. You're unstable in a foreign country, and the only connections you have are with people who would not feel guilty if you disappeared. The demonic stuff is a stretch, but the human trafficking is... I mean, what's the difference, right? I know. I think it's just time to
Probably be back later.
confront that family. Yeah, this is all it is. So at this point in the game, everything's been tied up, with the exception of this.
A few more questions, please.
So the sun broke down.
Now, why do you think Ryan might want to give Kate a cheque for £500?
I've really no idea. Where did you find it?
Just outside.
You better ask him.
You think Ryan was interested romantically in Kate?
I know he has a weakness for blondes, but I didn't think it had gone so far as his offering them cash.
Was Kate a prime candidate?
Well, as Ryan has probably already told you, yes, she was.
Did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, it's company policy. Leaders don't get involved.
And it covers your back, of course.
Well, nobody knows the students better than they do, Inspector. It's much better to let them just work it out among themselves.
It isn't very professional to force students to test each other to the point where one of them gets killed, Paul.
We don't force students to do anything that they don't want to do, Inspector.
So you don't force them into being tested?
No, we don't encourage anybody to hurt or offend anybody else here.
You don't use threshold testing, for instance?
No. If Simon Thompson went too far with Kate, that's his responsibility, not ours. He's the one you should be speaking to, if truth be told. I don't trust him myself.
I honestly forgot this little thing.
You say you don't endorse threshold testing, that's the phrase, isn't it?
Yes.
Except you do, Paul, because you told me that the students use that CD in the mirror room. I've listened to that CD, and it very clearly mentions threshold testing. You keep batting this away, Paul. We don't really use hypnosis. The students aren't really tested, but I am this close to launching a full-scale investigation.
Look, we get a kickback from these students, and they have to be exceptional. Of course we have to test them. That doesn't mean we do anything illegal. What do you think we do? Bump off the ones we don't like?
Well, that depends on how far you push them, doesn't it?
Well, we certainly don't kill them. Nobody here wanted Kate dead.
I'm sure they didn't. But what do you expect, Paul, when you put students under that much pressure?
She was a very, very valuable student. She was worth a lot to the business.
Really? And how much would that be?
Well, if you really want to know, 50 grand.
She was worth 50 grand.
Yes.
What, you were selling her?
Of course we were selling her. You don't get this, do you? We make perfect employees. Month after month. That's all we do.
What do you mean, perfect employees?
What big business needs, Inspector, more than anything else, is none of this altruistic, goody-goody crap. What we look for is people with ambition, no ethics. Push, greed is good, all right? We don't deal with all this comfort stuff. The survival of the fittest. That's all there is. There's no higher purpose, no big plan. There's nothing at the end of the rainbow. Accept what you have and you can enjoy in the here and now.
And what do you enjoy now, Paul?
You're going to have to excuse me, Inspector. I'm a very busy man. I've got work to do.
I'll see myself out.
Like, I was kind of invested in the story up until a certain point.
I'll be man your father.
Shut the gate on your way out.
He's doing his level best to shut this place down. Get rid of him.
He's a policeman. We can't just...
You sort this, Ryan. You man up and you sort it. Tonight. Kyle.
Let's
That
just...
doesn't sound good. Two totally morally bankrupt men are plotting to get rid of me. It's midnight. I don't have any backup and I don't even have a mobile phone. This is potentially quite bad. And what's Kyle got to do with it? I think I might make my way over to Atlas while Ryan isn't there. Maybe lock myself in.
Maybe lock myself in. Mirror room. Simple as that, right? I did save, but shouldn't I like center of town? Can I not call? Where's the phone? Post office. It'd be here, right? I can't call for backup? Oh yes I can. Yep. I swear, once you turn 30, this is just how it is with Life Simulator right here. If you have friends, keep them in your life and take care of them. Yep. Okie doke. Well then. Okie doke. Wait, do I have anything? I don't have anything new from that. No. You know where to go.
Prove to me that you're man enough to do this, Kyle, and then you can deal with that ridiculous police inspector.
What is this? What the hell? Scotland Yard, not hell. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Inspector. What are you doing here?
Inspecting. So, come on. Let's have it.
I don't think you'd understand, Inspector. The best thing that you can do is turn around, go away, and leave us to it.
Knife.
What?
That knife gives me a perfect right to stick my nose in, investigate, and interfere.
This is all part of the Atlas course. It's a physical endurance exercise.
Drop the knife.
The knife, Kyle!
Kyle.
Drop it!
Drop it.
Not looking 100% brilliant for you, Ryan.
Well, please, Inspector, you've poked your nose into Atlas's affairs enough times to know that imaginative flair is part of the course's success. Our lessons are reinforced by a unique emotional experience.
Terror?
It's an extremely evocative tool.
Well, it's a good job you're not in charge of the national curriculum.
Now look, Inspector, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're thinking. But believe me, Atlas had nothing to do with the deaths of those people.
Eyewitness account of a satanic sacrifice in the woods. That's not what we call circumstantial evidence, Ryan.
Simon. Now, I saw Simon walking home with Kate last Friday after the meeting. Now, Simon had some strange idea that he was in the running to become prime candidate. Well, a knob of butter has more chance of becoming prime minister. Oh, wait.
So are you telling me that...
Simon killed her? Well, it seems reasonable. It's likely, isn't it?
Any more likely than you, Ryan? Pig! I know. Police brutality.
That would start fights. That would start a fight.
You okay? You save someone from being sacrificed, and that's the thanks you get. If that wasn't an occult ceremony, I don't know what is. The Rands have been lying all along. But what's Simon going to say about Ryan's accusation? Ask you a couple more things, please.
Yeah. This, what else? Emma? Sure.
What would you say if I said it's been suggested that you were seen walking home with Kate after Atlas last Friday?
What? By who?
The same person who suggested that you wanted Kate out of the picture because you found out she was in the running to be prime candidate.
What? Who said that?
Just a question.
I didn't think I was in the running. It was Ryan, wasn't it?
I am in no position to say.
It was Ryan.
Simon, calm down.
No, I can prove it. Kate's driving license, give it to me.
Why?
Kate's driving license, please. See that pattern on the tape there? Let me show you something. See this pattern? Now look at that. It's the same pattern. This has come from the same roll of tape as this.
So?
So there's only one person that's taped like that. Ryan. He gave me this piece of tape when I was in his office once. Why has Kate's driving license got a piece of Ryan's tape on it?
I have no idea, Simon.
Where did you find it?
Oh, by the lake.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Ryan was testing her. He was doing a boundary test to see how much she would do, how far she would go to be a prime candidate. But it all went wrong. Okay. It's one of the things we do at the course, right? You give something that's important to you to someone else, then they go and hide it somewhere. It's to teach you to not be bothered when you lose something that's important to you, all right? Kate gives her driving license to Ryan. Ryan goes and hides it somewhere down the lake. Kate finds out, she goes down looking for it, probably drunk, and she falls in.
I'm afraid I find that a bit far-fetched, Simon.
It makes perfect sense if you know anything at all about how Atlas
But
works.
Simon, if you got the tape from Ryan, Kate could have got it from him.
He told me he doesn't lend it out.
He lent it to you.
But I didn't kill her! Do a lab test on the card. His DNA will be all over it.
And what if yours is all over it?
It won't be. I didn't kill her. I'm sorry. Just give me a minute. I need some painkillers.
Wait, I thought you were allergic.
Where did he go in such a hurry? Is he trying to act as suspiciously as possible?
Let's get out of the woods. How about that? Let's just let's talk to Rebecca for the tape.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
I will say, like, for some of this, I am using a walkthrough, because...
Have you seen patterned tape like this anywhere before?
Oh, Ryan's got some. I know, because I borrowed it.
When was that?
A couple of months ago?
Have you still got it?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it since then.
Aha. You last saw that sticky tape 2 months ago, is that correct?
Yes.
So how come you used it last week to tape over the broken window outside? That's the same tape.
Well, I must have been mistaken.
You see, the reason I'm asking is that it's exactly the same tape that was found attached to Kate's driving license, found at the scene. The tape that only Ryan has. Ryan, and of course, you.
So what are you saying?
Who's got the tape now? Do you know where it is?
No. No, I don't know where it is. Why are you asking me about this tape?
You seem nervous, Rebecca. Is there a problem?
Well, you're practically accusing me of having something to do with that woman's murder, aren't you?
I wasn't accusing you of anything, Rebecca. Unless there's something you'd like to tell me.
No, I wouldn't like to tell you anything.
Okay, well, that's fine. Obviously, we'll be swabbing everyone in the area for DNA, so if anything comes up on Kate's license, DNA traces.
What'll come up? Nothing will come up. Right, I've had enough. I've got to get back.
Rebecca! Would you like to explain to me exactly what is going on?
Which bit? The fact that some leggy bitch was trying to steal my husband?
I think you had better tell me what you know, Rebecca.
Okay. You want to know what I know? Kate Vine seduced my husband and was going to blackmail him. Not only did she sleep with him, that whore did it just for his money, our money.
How did you work that out?
I heard her. I knew it was her arguing with Emma Bowman. Emma was trying to talk her out of it.
And how did she come to be at the lake?
She dropped that driving license thing when she came in. She was drunk. She dropped her bag. I took it out to the woods and stuck it over the lake. Then I waited for her. When she came out, I told her where it was, that someone had just run off into the woods with it.
You led her to a lake.
She was reaching out over the lake to get it. I didn't do anything. She just fell in.
But you let her drown.
It was dark. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't help her.
Really?
You let her drown.
Did you try, Rebecca?
Well, it was too late. She was just flapping about in the water. It was pathetic. She was making these gurgling sounds.
And what did you do?
I got a big stick. I just pushed her down with it until she stopped. Well, she was dead anyway. What did it matter?
You killed her, Rebecca.
She slept with my husband.
She didn't, Rebecca.
What do you mean?
You got the wrong girl.
Who? Emma. It was Emma.
Rebecca Rand, I am arresting you for the murder of Kate Vine. You do not have to say anything, but anything you do say may be taken down and will be used in evidence against you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Like, that's a scary thing too, right?
So,
Oh,
it appears that Kate Vine's death was a tragic case of mistaken identity. But there are some loose threads here. What was Ryan doing with Kyle and that girl in the woods? What if I hadn't interrupted? And what really happened to Liam last year? It seems I've only scratched the surface of Atlas and the Rand business empire. Trying to find out about Paul Rand's past is like peering into dense fog. He gives nothing away and covers his tracks with military efficiency. However, what is known is that Paul Rand has a lot of connections in high places. Politicians, celebrities, business leaders. Perhaps James Wilson's ideas weren't too wide of the mark after all. I get the feeling there's still a lot more to learn about the Rand business empire.
You're gonna have to excuse us. Atlas is closed for the moment, but we'll be open again very soon. Thank you for your interest.
okay, so whatever ideas I had were more interesting. Like, a lot of... It's not a cop-out. They did solve the case and whatnot. Great. But there's a lot that was just, like, not really explored. Okay, they're going to try to bump off the cop. Hey, there is rising action. Oh, I might probably using the wrong word there. But look, the point is, there's tension there. Hey, is there anything going to be made of that? It's not an empty threat. So, like, if the game continued on, I'm assuming something else would have happened. The CD, right? Was there gonna be more to that? It was just some random thing, right? Oh, here it is. No, I expected to have more mystery with the CD, right? Like, maybe the rest of it's on a different CD or something. And if you keep going back to the kitchen to watch the rest. Or... And where did Simon go? That's another thing, too. Would you have found Simon dead in the woods instead? Kickstarter. Okay. It was a small project. I can't be too harsh against them and whatnot. 2015. Okay. 10-year-old game. It's pretty retro. But yeah, like... Where did Simon go? Would it led to a different death? Or a different... I don't know, maybe a sequel. Okay. Experimental independent game, tiny budget. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this was... I figured as much. Like, for what it was, like, tiny independent game, yeah, then... 96% still. What am I missing? What am I missing? Okay, yeah, whatever. Maybe a couple more calls to the chief. That could be it too. Simon just vanishing, right? What does Emma think about that? I should have went back to talk to Emma. I could have went back to talk to Emma. In fact, I still can do that. Replay solution. You know what? Let's just load the game. The game's over anyway. I mean, I just want to take a... Okay, well... Do I have all that stuff? Game loaded, it's coming. What? I can't do anything. I can't do anything. Okay, well... I don't think they, I hope there's a jump scare coming up. I'm gonna just freak out. Look, thank you all for watching. I think this series is over. But in the future, we'll try a few more adventure games. I don't normally play these types of games, right? So this was a very unique, very much... hey, for a live-action game, nothing jumped out at you. You know, I can appreciate that. The acting. You know, small, independent... an independent game, an indie game. I'm not expecting a huge budget or like award-winning acting. It was serviceable, you know? And I mean, except for maybe a few scenes, it was pretty good. The main character was, you can tell after a while, some scenes he had a lot of fun with it, right? But the whole thing about, like, Rebecca's last confession, right? What I was going to say before was, it was kind of scary how you can't tell what these people are thinking, right? Oh, you killed someone. Oh, she slept with my husband. Oh, freaking K? I mean, your husband also cheated on you as well. You gonna kill him too? No. To, like, that justifies it. There's no remorse or guilt or anything, you know? And other than the fact that she was kind of guarded with a lot of her answers and information, she's not giving much of anything, in fact. She seemed normal. And then she's like, oh, I used a stick and pushed her down. Come on. And, like, again, no emotion. It's not the acting part. It's more along the lines of the sociopath part. The father, Paul, is very much, like, in it for the money. And that persona he has, like, he is... There are people who are their job, right? And the better they are at it, the less... Like, it's like he abandoned his humanity to be this businessman selling off perfect employees who are sociopaths, right? And there are certain jobs that might benefit from this. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but, like, this is not, like, it's not as rare as you think, right? Oh my goodness, oh my gracious. Alright, so that's it. Thank you all for watching, thank you all for tuning in. This is Plato, signing out.